Honorable Men Discord. DJ Funkmaster Flex takes aim at Jay-Z. Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new. I would never cower.
As always, welcome back to another episode. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So, I came across this. It appears that Funkmaster Flex was on a video conference with Gillie and Wallo. Now, I don't know if this was for their show or this was just something that they did privately that was posted publicly. But in any event, it surprised me because of what Funkmaster Flex had to say. And I thought he had a good relationship with Jay-Z. Now, let's just watch this video and I'm going to talk about it further. So let's just get straight to it.
I'm going to tell you about Jay-Z. I'm going to tell you, buddy. You want me to tell you? You know you want me to tell you why he can't be on social media?
Why?
Because he's the most sensitive motherfucker on the planet, and he can't take niggas in his comments telling him the truth.
Oh, what? What's that?
Okay?
Go ahead, yeah.
Okay?
Damn, okay.
He can't take it. He can't open up social media. You know what Jay does? He watches social media from a fake page.
Yo, what's up with you and Jay?
Okay?
Jay ain't letting
It's not, but I'm giving you the truth.
All because you couldn't go to the brunch and stay right here, you Jay-Z. And take to Jay and write the caption, Jay-Z, stay right there. And write the caption, Jay-Z said I'm the biggest thing, I'm next.
First of all,
he's mad because you gonna put it.
Oh yeah, you see how niggas be doing that? I'm gonna tell you about.
All right. Now, the last episode that I covered with Funkmaster Flex going at T.I., my opinion on that was I don't think it's a good look for DJs to insert themselves in any issues that artists are having with one another. Now, that's just my take. That's my opinion. If you disagree with me, I'll see you in the comment section. Let's talk about it. But clearly, Funkmaster Flex is a grown man. He's going to do what he wants to do. He's successful. He's been on New York radio for decades at this point. Okay? Definitely over 2 decades. With that being said, I just don't like him doing... I don't like this either. I don't like it either. Now, I don't know whether or not he has a working relationship, friendship with Jay-Z, or if he once had it. But now, this is why it's important to see videos in its entirety, which I don't always have access to. I'd like to see this video call in its entirety. Did they ask him a question about Jay-Z, or did he freely disclose that? All right. Now, whether or not that's true, I'm not here to even speak on whether or not it's true. I just don't like the fact that it seems as though, and this is not my opinion, this is an observation. If you disagree with me, let's talk about it in the comment section. From observing, all I see is successful black men constantly taking jabs at other black men. Now, you might say, oh, that's hypocritical of you to talk about because your channel covers these things. Yes, my channel covers these things, but I always try to wrap up these talking points, these viral moments with something positive. Why exactly do we constantly have successful black men in these spaces, particularly entertainment, even in podcasting? Now, you might say, well, most of them that's making a name for themselves in podcasting are coming from the hip-hop world. That's a whole nother story in itself. Nevertheless, why is these things happening? Are these men financially not in a position that most of us would look at as a good thing, a great thing, a fortunate thing, a blessed thing, a blessed position? Why are they still taking shots? Why does the world need to know that Jay-Z operates off of a fake page, allegedly? Why does the world need to know that Jay-Z's sensitive? Why do we need to know that? Why don't we let Jay-Z say that? See, I don't like things like this because I could only assume, and I am assuming, I could only assume that at one point in time when the relationship was strong between Funkmaster Flex and Jay-Z, and again, I don't know whether or not the relationship isn't strong. And it would make it worse if it's strong, because I would personally dislike if someone that was close in my circle disclosed something about me that only they would know. Why would I want the world, if I'm a billionaire, why would I want the world knowing that I'm sensitive? Not that's going to slow my money down, but why would I want the world to know that? And furthermore, why would I want someone that was in my small circle or my elite circle disclosing that? What, for the sake of a moment on a podcast? Funkmaster Flex is successful. Gilly and Wallow is successful. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. When you take part in any type of podcast, you know, it's a little bit similar to journalists. All right, and I didn't want to say it's exactly the same. I don't want to disrespect journalists and their profession. And many of them had gone to years of schooling to take part in that. But with that being said, their job is to ask questions, but it's not your job to answer every question. You do not have to answer all questions. You do not have to answer all the questions, which is why I've mentioned this before. You know, for certain people, if not all people, I just think it's a plus. It's beneficial. Get media training. It is not your job to just blur out every detail or any fact that you may know, especially when it comes from someone that you once had relations with. I just don't respect things like that. I don't even care if you fell out. I don't even care if there's a falling out. There's like certain things that my generation coming up, you just don't do certain things. You just don't do certain things. It's actually it would be regarded as a feminine trait to do something like that. Just because you have information, when you get on a platform, you start disclosing private or personal information about another person. Would you disclose that with the person sitting next to you or in the same audience as you? If you're in a particular venue, would you disclose that information? So let's just say they were at a red carpet and Funkmaster Flex was at an event and Jay-Z was there too. They didn't have to be necessarily in the same space, but they were at the same event. And Wallow and Gilly were out there with microphones and interviewing people. Would Funkmaster Flex, with that same energy, would he speak on Jay-Z and knowing Jay-Z was at the same event? See, I only respect things like this if these people, and that's for anyone. This is not even just me saying this towards Funkmaster Flex. I would respect it more if these type of things happen with people in the same vicinity. And by no means am I advocating for any type of dysfunction or violence, but if you're gonna do it with your chest. All right. And again, I'm not advocating it, and I mean that across the board. You know, with the coverage that I was doing on the Harris family going at 50 Cent, if 50 Cent is in the same vicinity, would we have Young King wearing a t-shirt of his mother, his late mother? I think social media has gone completely off the rail. But that's a fight that we're never gonna win. You can forget about it, and you can say, "Oh man, you're not optimistic." No, not in terms of social media. It's killing interactions between people. It's promoting fallacies. It's not real. It's not real. It's destructive, and it's really not really promoting anything good, especially with certain members of the black community. Look at how we operate with social media. Like, we can't seem to share insightful stories with all the years Funkmaster Flex, all the years he's been on the radio. You mean to tell me that's what he has to talk about? Think about the upcoming DJs. Whether you like Funkmaster Flex or not, whether you live in New York or not, you've heard of Funkmaster Flex. All eyes is on New York and major cities. Let's just be honest. We could disagree we could agree to disagree, but let's just be honest. Funkmaster Flex has been the reigning DJ in New York City, period. Because anyone else that you mention is going to go after him. I mean, the other names that I could think of, unfortunately, passed away. DJ Mr. C and K Slay, they passed away. And I'm sure I missed another name. But Funkmaster Flex is top dog. Whether you like him or not. You could say, oh, I want him off the radio. He's top dog. But again, I say that only to bring up the point that with him being on the radio all these years, this is the kind of stuff you take part in? For the sake of what? And by all means, Funkmaster Flex, do you not naturally talk like that all the time? Where you this is not a drop the bomb moment where you're playing a record. And I like Funkmaster Flex. I got to experience him many years ago when I was younger in a nightclub, and he happened to be playing a Jay-Z record, by the way. But for a viral moment, you're Funkmaster Flex. You have years of history as a DJ. I'm sure you can share a story that would be as insightful. Maybe it doesn't turn up the numbers. Maybe it doesn't turn up the numbers like you speaking on Jay-Z in this way. But why? Why? My question my question to anyone watching this is, why do we operate this way? It's just disgusting. And for me, as an outsider observing all of this, not just this Funkmaster Flex, Wallow and Gilly conference call, but the Funkmaster Flex and how he spoke about, how he inserted himself with the T.I. I don't know if T.I. said anything about Flex, how he inserted himself in that T.I. and 50 back and forth on social media. Why are we operating this when, and I'm speaking as if I'm part of that collective, those that are successful, super successful. Why are you operating that way when you're blessed? There's people out there that wish they could be on a radio, much less a New York radio. And I'm pretty sure if given the opportunity, they won't be speaking about other people. And maybe that's because they're not settled in. Maybe you're settled in, Funkmaster Flex, and that's why you're choosing to speak this way about various people. But this is one of those moments where it's like, just stick to being a DJ. And I know this almost sounds like the moment that we had where there was an anchor woman who told LeBron James just bounce the ball. I know it sounds like it's similar, but I'll put it this way. If you're going to be divisive and acting other than your age and intelligence level, then don't do it. So I'm not saying Funkmaster Flex can't be interviewed by Wallow and Gilly. What I'm saying is, if you're going to speak on something, don't be divisive and come on. What are we doing out there? And he's not the only one operating this way. Again, I've obviously with this channel I cover different topics that are trending, and it seems like it's just a constant. We're just never satisfied, even with the success. And by all means, I don't want to be you guys, those that are operating this way. I don't want to be that. With success, I don't want to be that. You'd hear less and less divisiveness come out of my mouth. Not that I knowingly spew anything that's divisive, but I would be the complete opposite of how many of these successful men are behaving. And not because I think I'm better than them, but because it's like, I would like to think I operate from a place of wisdom. It just doesn't add up. It wouldn't make sense to me to be successful in carrying on this way. For what? For the sake of a viral moment? No. If Gilly and Wallow were interviewing me, I would speak on, longevity and how it doesn't get easier with all the years. It just becomes harder because people, especially with technology, I'm pretty sure he could speak on that. How are you maintaining the numbers in the radio station when social media and all these other things are making people's attention to radio decrease. You can't tell me the numbers are the same with social media. You can't tell me the numbers are the same with the streaming services. You can't tell me the radio numbers are the same. But for some reason, they're staying afloat. You see Hot 97 just let go Ebro and Laura Stiles and Rosenberg. So you can't tell me the numbers aren't dwindling. But listen, that's my thoughts on all this. What is your thoughts? I'd love to hear from you. As always, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Now, if you came across this episode and you did not hit that like button, especially if you didn't hit the subscribe button, I ask that you do so immediately. I appreciate you all. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And as always, stay honorable.